Okay, thank you. So welcome to everybody to the Warwick Update June 2020. So this event I'm doing is actually to just keep you informed about what's happening at the University of Warwick, where we are in terms of the application cycle, and also what we're doing given the COVID-19 situation. All right, so some of you may not be aware, what is the latest update. So this is the opportunity for you to find out. Okay, next slide, please. Okay, some of you may not know where is the University of Warwick. We are located in the UK, in England specifically. Now, if you look at the map, the purple color is, there's a dot there that says University of Warwick, and then you will see London, which is not too far. It's a bit further down, that's London. It's only 1 hour away from Warwick. Actually, Warwick is in the city of Coventry, right? And so we are located in the city of Coventry, and Coventry itself is only 1 hour away from Warwick by train. Now, if you want to go to Birmingham from Coventry, it's 20 minutes away by train. And so you'll find that actually in terms of the location, Warwick is very strategically located, not far from London, not far from Birmingham, okay? And these are the two biggest cities in the UK. In terms of our students, we have about 27,000 students, so we're kind of a middle-sized university, all right? Okay, next slide, please. Thank you. Okay, so now I've already told you where we are with respect to the UK. I mean, you know, where we are on the map. Now, what about our reputation as a university? Well, we are a top 10 UK university with many subjects in the top 5. For example, in business, in economics, in computer science, in politics, life sciences. These are just some examples of where we are a top 10 UK university. Sorry, Mbak Mika, can you go back to the slide, please, to the previous slide? Apologies. Yes. And then in the world, we are number 62 in the QS World University Rankings and 77 in the Times Higher Education Rankings. And so you can see we are a top 100 university with a very good reputation, right? Not just in the UK as well as in the world. Okay, next slide, please. Next slide, please, Mika. Thank you. Okay, so there's supposed to be a picture, like a moving picture of, Mika, can you press the play button at the bottom? Maybe, yeah, that's right. Maybe. Oh, maybe is this? Okay, so, okay, now, never mind. Actually, it's supposed to be a moving photo of the Warwick campus, yeah, but maybe for some reason it's not able to show on Zoom. Anyway, I wanted to show you a photo. We'll see more photos of the campus later on, but basically what I wanted to show here was actually the fact that Warwick is a campus university, it's a countryside university whereby the campus is located very close to farmland, and basically very close to nature. There's a lot of greenery on the Warwick campus, and everything is within safe walking distance. So it's very walkable. You can get to any point of the campus by foot, and it's a very safe environment. Next slide, please. Okay, I also wanted to initially show a Warwick video, but I think the Zoom doesn't allow us to share some of the YouTube videos. So what we'll do is we will share with you the presentation later so that you can see the Warwick video, all right? Okay, so I'll put it in the chat box later, the Warwick video link. Okay, next slide, please. Okay, now, I told you that I wanted to update you with regards to what are the latest happenings in Warwick. Now, one of the latest exciting developments is the fact that we now have a new sports hub. And in this sports hub, we have this amazing mega gym, which is the biggest gym in a UK university, right? So there are 230 gym stations, and like I said, it's the biggest in any UK university. It was just opened very recently. We have, and as part of this sports hub, there's a beautiful swimming pool, as well as a 17-meter high rock climbing wall. So those of you who are into rock climbing, this would be heaven for you, because we have like one of the best rock climbing walls in the UK. Also, apart from all these facilities that you see on the slide, we also have badminton courts, squash courts, basketball courts, basically a lot of different sports facilities. Next, please. And then, of course, we have the Warwick Art Centre, which is already one of the biggest art centres in the UK outside of London. Now, the Warwick Art Centre, it has a cinema, it has an art gallery, it has a big theatre, you know, which is able to host graduation ceremonies and plays and drama and theatre. And what we're doing now is actually we're going to extend it. We're in the process of renovating it to make it even bigger and better, right? So under the renovation, we're planning now to install a digital screen with a renewed and more accessible art gallery, and as well as new restaurants for visitors to enjoy when they come and visit. All right, okay, next please. Oh, I'm not sure what's wrong with this slide. There's supposed to be a photo of the National Automotive Innovation Center. Okay, anyway, you can skip this slide then. But yeah, okay. But before we talk about the COVID-19 update, yeah, I just wanted to talk about the National Automation Innovation Center. That one is basically the biggest R&D center for cars and automotive technology in Europe. So the biggest R&D center in Europe. It was built at a cost of 150 million, and the focus of this innovation center is to develop autonomous vehicles that are environmentally friendly, right? Okay, so as you can see, the university is constantly renewing itself, it's constantly rejuvenating itself in all sorts of different areas. I talked about in the area of sports, I talked about in the area of arts and culture with the art center, and I talked also about in the field of R&D in terms of building new facilities for R&D from in terms of the National Automotive Innovation Center. So these are things that Warwick, you know, one thing you can be assured of is that we don't rest on our laurels. We are always thinking of new ways to improve the facilities of the university and improve the student experience, right? And this is something that we will continue to do in the years to come. Now, COVID-19. I also wanted to talk about COVID-19 because I know that many of you are a bit concerned about this, very concerned about this. And of course, I think everybody is concerned about COVID-19, right? So for the University of Warwick, what we have done is that for the current students, you know, the students who are still on campus, we have initiated online learning. That was something that that was done until the end of semester. Even exams were done online. These were for students who are already on Warwick campus. Now, what happens for students who are going to go to campus, maybe this coming October? For those students who are coming to campus, given that the curve has flattened in the UK, I mean, the numbers are going down in the UK, we are hoping that by the time October comes around, we are hoping that the situation will have become very stabilized so that we can still accommodate you on campus, we can still welcome you to come onto campus at the end of September, right? So we are expecting our new students to be able to come back to campus. And then what will happen when you come to campus? In terms of the studies, we will do a mix of online learning as well as face-to-face learning. We will do both, all right? Now, for the online learning, it will be for the lectures, because lectures will be, usually there'll be many people, right? Maybe 100 people, 200 people going for a lecture. And we don't want to have this situation where everybody is crowding into a lecture room. So for such lectures, we will do it online. However, there will be seminars. And seminars are small groups, maybe 10 people, maybe 15 people. And because these are small groups, then there is possibility for you to do social distancing. Okay, and so what we are planning to do is that when students come to campus at the end of September, that is how we're going to conduct our education. We will do online teaching for lectures, and then face-to-face learning for seminars and small groups, but of course with social distancing to keep you safe. We actually have a Warwick COVID website where you will be able to find these things that you see on your screen right now: campus timeline, social distancing on campus, preparing for a second wave, COVID-19 FAQs. These are all the things that we are already thinking about. For example, social distancing on campus, if you click on, when you go to the website and if you click on that button, you will be able to see all the measures that we're putting in place to make sure that campus is a safe place for everyone. We are also already starting to think about what if a second wave happens, right? So we are already putting in place measures to prepare for a second wave. And again, you can find that information on our website. All right. And then finally, there's the COVID-19 FAQs where you can find more information about the frequently asked questions about COVID. So don't worry, Warwick is obviously aware of the COVID situation, and we are doing all the necessary precautions to make sure that campus is a safe place for everyone. All right. Okay, next slide, please. Can I just remind everyone to maybe just mute your microphone for now until we're ready for the Q&A. Thank you. Okay, so now I move on to the other section of my presentation, because I wanted to give you some updates about Warwick, but now I also want to talk about some of the popular courses that is available at Warwick, right? Some of the popular courses, because some of you might be wondering, okay, what are some of the courses that a lot of Indonesians actually apply for? This is just a list of examples. It's not all the courses that are popular, but because I don't have so much time, I wanted to sort of keep it to just a few examples. Can we have the next slide, please? Now, Warwick is a university that provides undergraduate education, right? So in Indonesia, you call it S1 or S1. Of course, we have that at Warwick, and we also have S2 or master's degree, and then we also have S3 or PhD, right? So we are a comprehensive university that provides education at all the different levels. Now, when it comes to some of the popular undergraduate courses, I just wanted to highlight some courses, including PPE. What does PPE stand for? PPE stands for Philosophy, Politics, and Economics, right? So now, if some of you are familiar with Malala Yousafzai, okay, so Malala is the Afghan girl who fought for girls' rights to be educated, and she studied PPE. All right, okay, but she didn't study at Warwick, she studied at Oxford, but we were very happy when she applied for Warwick as well to do PPE at Warwick. Right, and so PPE, like I said, is a study that combines philosophy, politics, and economics. That's why the acronym PPE: philosophy, politics, and economics. What you will do is you will actually learn about these three different subject matters, and you will see what are the interconnections between philosophy, politics, and economics, right? Because these are all related. These disciplines are all related to one another, and they can actually help you understand the world better. Right? Now, PPE is something that you will study if you are interested maybe to become a diplomat, or you want to work with any of the government ministries, or even with the consultancies. They also, even the consultancies like Ernst Young, KPMG, they also appreciate PPE students. Okay, now I told you that PPE is not found in all UK universities, only in some. For example, you can find PPE in Oxford, in Cambridge, and also in Warwick. But what is the difference between Warwick PPE and the PPE taught in Oxford and Cambridge? Well, the main difference is that for Warwick, our PPE is taught as a bridge model, whereby we will link up the three different subjects together to show you the interconnections, right? Whereas the PPE that is taught at Oxford and Cambridge is more of the pillar model, where these three subjects are taught separately. All right. Now, in order to apply for PPE, we expect you to get IB 38 points or A star AA for your A levels. Okay, next slide, please. Okay, some other courses very popular at Warwick are actually the courses under the Warwick Business School, WBS, as you can see in the photo. It stands for Warwick Business School, right? And the undergraduate courses that are popular at the Warwick Business School are BSc Accounting and Finance, BSc Management, and BSc International Management, right? BSc Management is just another way to say business management, yeah? And international management is actually the same as management, but you have to do 1 year extra. And this 1 year extra is when you have to spend it in another country. So, for example, if you just do management is 3 years, but if you do international management is 4 years. And the extra year, you have to go to America, or maybe you go to Canada, or maybe you go to Japan, or maybe you go to Australia, where you will have to do either an exchange program or an internship or a combination of both. All right. So that is the difference between international management and management. Okay. Next slide, please. Right. Okay. I just wanted to add on about the Warwick Business School rankings because, you know, I just spoke about the Warwick Business School courses. I just wanted to show you that, you know, Warwick Business School is 3rd in the UK for accounting and finance, 5th in the UK for business management and marketing, 3rd in the UK and 8th in the world for MSc Marketing and Strategy. This one is a master's degree level. MSc is for master degree. Right? For master's degree, MSc Marketing and Strategy, we are number 8 in the world, number 9 in the world for business analytics, and number 21 in the world, 4th in the UK for MSc Management, right? And so Warwick, I told you already, is a top 10 UK university. Warwick Business School has also very high rankings. In fact, Warwick Business School, just in terms of management and business, it is usually ranked in the top 3 to the top 5. All right, okay, can I have the next slide, please? Okay, now coming for master's degree, now I want to talk about some examples of the popular courses at Warwick. This includes MSc Business Analytics, right? MSc Business Analytics, and I just wanted to share with you a screen capture of some of the modules that you'll study if you study business analytics, right? So data management, project skills, analytics in practice, and then some of the optional modules including models and application, advanced data analysis, text analysis, pricing analytics, and then in order to graduate, you need to do a dissertation, right? Your master's dissertation. Business analytics is now such a hot course because of the fact that we are living in a data-driven world. You might have heard about the Internet of Things. You might have heard about Industry 4.0. Okay, and you might have heard about the 4th Industrial Revolution. Now, a lot of these things, you know, they take in the idea of using data to maximize the performance of your companies, to maximize the things that you're hoping to achieve. Even, for example, government ministries, maybe they can use data analytics to sort of figure out what is the best way to avoid traffic jams, right? And so business analytics, data analytics, these are all very important. And we've seen that it has become a very popular course amongst postgraduate students. All right, another course I would like to highlight. Next, please. Right. Another course I would like to highlight is the postgraduate courses offered by the WMG academic department. Now, WMG, like Warwick Business School, is an academic department within the University of Warwick. And yes, okay, we can go to the next slide. Thank you, Mbak Mika. Yes, and some of the really popular courses for WMG are e-business management and innovation and entrepreneurship, which I believe Laurencia has already told you that she did an MSc in innovation and entrepreneurship. And so maybe she can tell you a little bit more about that later, right? So these are some of the courses that are popular for WMG. Next slide, please. Another really popular course at WMG is the e-business MSc in e-business management, right? So e-business management covers things like e-commerce, digital marketing, data science, and digital consultancy, right? So these four squares that you can see on your screen, these are actually what we call the specialism that you can choose when you do a course, the MSc in e-business management, right? Not only do you get a degree in e-business, you can specialize in one of these four that you can see on the screen right now. And so that, I think, has been very valuable to students who took this course, because it gives you a lot of deep training in the area of e-business. And that, as we know, is also a very up and coming sector when it comes to getting employment, right? Because, you know, especially Indonesia, I know there's a lot of creativity in Indonesia in terms of the digital innovation, yeah, in terms of the digital platforms, because, you know, you guys are actually at the forefront of things like, you know, Gojek, Traveloka, Shopee, and also, oh, there's another one that slips my mind right now. Tokopedia, right? So, so these are all the really big companies that are looking for talent right now. And I think if you do e-business management, definitely there will be good opportunities, employment opportunities for you when you graduate. All right. Okay. Next slide, please. All right. So I've talk to you about some of the popular courses. Now, what are the requirements? What are the entry requirements if you want to study at Warwick? Now, if you are an undergraduate student, we are looking for IB points of 36 to 38 if you do the International Baccalaureate. If you do A-level, we're looking for students who are achieving between ABB to AAA, depending on the course that you are applying for. And usually you will apply via ucas.com, www.ucas.com, right? Which is the one and only website where people who want to study in the UK, where they have to go to. All right, so this is for undergraduate courses. So I read IB points, it's between 36 to 38. If you do A-level, we're looking for ABB to AAA, all right? Now, how about for master's degree? Let's see the next slide. For a master's degree, we are looking for a relevant bachelor's degree from an Indonesian university. That means if you want to apply for master's degree at Warwick, you need to have your S1, all right? Now, what kind of GPA are we looking for? Well, we're looking for a GPA of either 3.0 most of the time, but for example, some of the courses require a GPA of 3.3. So depending on what you're interested in, it can be GPA 3.0 or GPA 3.3, that is the requirement. And you need a minimum IELTS score of 6.5, or for some courses, we need you to get an IELTS score of 7.0, right? So depending on the course. Now, for PhD, what do you need to apply to the University of Warwick? Well, most of the time, we will want you to have a master's degree. Now, however, for the PhD, the process is a little bit different. Instead of immediately doing an online application, you do need to prepare a research proposal first, only for PhD. For master's student, no need to prepare proposal, no need to look for lecturer, all this not necessary for master degree. But for PhD, you must. PhD, you do a research proposal and you need to find a suitable supervisor from the Warwick website. And then after you have been accepted by your supervisor, then you submit an application. All right. Okay, can we have the next slide, please? Now, how to apply? Okay, this is what a lot of Indonesian students will ask me, right? Whenever I meet Indonesian students, the master's degree students, they will ask me, how do we get the LOA? And the answer is that in order to get the LOA, you need to apply through the Warwick website. And there's a link here, although I'm sorry that the link is a bit, the color is a bit light, so it's a bit difficult for you to see, but it's www.warwick.ac.uk/pgapply. Okay, so this is an online website that you go to in order to apply online. Okay, and then when you apply online, you will submit your degree certificate, your transcript, your personal statement, your email address, the email address of your references, as well as your IELTS results. Okay, so these are the documents that you will need when you do the online application. Then you pay a £60 application fee, and then you click submit. And when you click submit, Warwick will then process your application, and if you are successful, we will give you the LOA. We will give you a conditional offer letter, right? So it's really that simple. How do I get the LOA? Just go to the website, fill up the forms, send in your documents as I've listed here, and then we will process your application. And then you will get the letter of acceptance if we decide that you are suitable for the course. And the deadline, application deadline is always on the 31st of July. So for example, if you're applying for this year, October 2020, then you must apply by 31st of July 2020. If you're applying for 2021, then you must apply by 31st of July 2021. Okay, so the date is always 31st of July of every year. That is the deadline for you to apply. Okay, next slide, please. Okay, I just wanted to talk a little bit about Shifting Warwick Scholarship, because a lot of Indonesian students, they are looking for, I do know that there are a lot of students who are looking for scholarships. Well, there is this scholarship that is called the Shifting Warwick Scholarship, and the applications are open in August 2020, and applications will close in November 2020, right? And we are an official partner of the Shifting Scholarship. So one of the things that you must know about Shifting Scholarship is that in order to apply, you must have 2 years of working experience. All right, 2 years of working experience, and then you can apply. That is one of the main conditions of the Shifting Scholarship. Okay, next, please. We also have another partnership with Shifting that is called the Shifting WMG Scholarships. Remember, I told you about the academic department that's called WMG? Well, that department has a special relationship with Shifting as well. And then they will offer scholarships for all the different courses that you see on this slide. All right? Okay, next slide, please. Okay, I just wanted to share with you that IBEC is our representative in Indonesia. They have offices in Jakarta, in Tangerang, and also in Bandung. Yeah. So if you are looking to apply to University of Warwick and you feel like, oh, I would like some guidance from some of the IBEC counselors, please feel free to get in touch with them and ask for the assistance if you need the assistance. All right. All right, okay, can I have the next slide, please? Okay, so that's